This is page 35 in our notes. We're continuing on with our vertical and horizontal number lines. So the third example says that you need to draw a vertical number line to represent the numbers -6, -9, and -11. That doesn't mean you just put 3 numbers on your number line. Your number line still has to have, it has to be vertical, so you could use this red line to trace over here to help. So you got to get -6, -9. So you got to think about how this would work. If I were to draw a number line and I put 0, where would I put 0? And then -1, -2, -3, -4. Well, I don't need to start it at 0. I could start closer to -6. And this could be -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11. And so we needed it to be a vertical number line, so we've made it vertical, and then we have to represent these numbers. So these are the ones we have to put the dots on. A dot on -6, one on -9, and one on -11. Because that's the ones they asked for. So you can't just put those 3 numbers on. You need to have your intervals going consistent. They're always going down by 1. Another thing I want to talk about again is the word inequalities. We're going to see it again, so we really need to practice inequalities. Remember, inequalities, when you see that term, that means not equal to. Inequalities means not equal to. You're using the greater than, the less than, or equal to sign, which most of the time in inequalities you're never going to use equal because they're not equal. But those are your directions. And then here's your example. A says 0 degrees Celsius compared to, so here's your box, compared to -5 degrees Celsius. So you've got to figure out 0 and -5. Well, I know -5 is less than 0, so that means 0 is greater than that. So I would need to fill this in with 0 is greater than -5. Part B says -131 feet compared to, put this box here, -92 feet. So you're comparing 2 negative numbers. This one's further in the negative, so it's actually less than this. If I were to draw a number line, it's going to be further to the left, so it's less than. Remember I talked about less than, sloppy L, kind of looks like that. You have to know the difference between these signs. Part C says -61 degrees Fahrenheit compared to -47 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I'll go ahead and write D so you can fill these in. 520 feet compared to -893 feet. So you just got to figure out your inequalities. You're comparing 2 negative numbers here. -61 is further to the left, so it's actually less than -47. You have a positive number and a negative number, so that's actually less, so this one's greater. Positive would be to the right of 0. This would be to the left of 0. So your homework is going to practice number lines, inequalities, comparing. It is the worksheet 2.1. You've already done 1 through 11, so now you're just going to pick up with numbers 12 through 36 all. So you are going to finish that paper. Make sure you do your number lines and you put your dots and you use your notes to help you with